Hi guys, so welcome back to my series where I take a look at questions that do not usually come for CSEC Math in paper 2. So this question is from June 2022, question 2 part C, which is on variation. So this question says the height h of an object is directly proportional to the square root of its parameter p. Part 1, write an equation showing the relationship between h and p for 1 mark. So let's directly translate the first statement. We have the height h is directly proportional to, so the proportional sign is the symbol, which actually is a symbol for alpha, the Greek letter alpha. Right, so h is directly proportional to the square root of its parameter. So the square root of the parameter would be the square root of p. So the question asks us to write an equation to show the relationship between h and p. So if h is directly proportional to the square root of p, it means that h is equal to constant k, which is the constant of variation, multiplied by the square root of p. Okay, so this is the equation showing the relationship between h and p that they were asking for. Alright, so that's 1 mark. Let's go on to part 2 for 2 marks. Given that h is equal to 5.4 when p is equal to 1.4, determine the value of h when p is equal to 2.89. So, since the equation relating h and p is h is equal to k times the square root of p, first we need to find the value of k, our constant of variation, before we can find the value of h when p is 2.89. So we were given a pair of values, h is 5.4 and p is 1.44. So let's substitute that into the equation and find for k. So h is 5.4, so we have 5.4 is equal to k times the square root of p, which is 1.44. So using our calculator, the square root of 1.44 is 1.2. So we have 5.4 is equal to k times 1.2. So k will therefore be 5.4 divided by 1.2, which is 4.5. So now that we have our value of k, let's substitute it back into the equation. So therefore h is equal to 4.5 times the square root of p. So now I can find our value of h when p is 2.89. So substituting p is 2.89, we have 4.5 times the square root of 2.89. So the square root of 2.89 is 1.7. And then we multiply 4.5 times 1.7 will give 7.65. So that's our value of h when p is 2.89. Right, and this is worth 2 marks.